All right, good morning, y'all. Second commercial break in our series of how I fell in love with a predator. I want to say thank you to all the women that have been reaching out and been courageous enough to tell me their traumatic stories and the things that they've experienced in their life. It does help me in my healing journey because when you're going through this stuff, you do feel like it's just you, especially when you got all the people lying and trying to act like this is not the things that happen. So hats off to everybody that has been sending me their stories, their testimonies, and their words of wisdom, and just being really kind, and things like that. Now, in part four, I did say, I felt like it was my fault. I don't want y'all to think I felt like it's my fault because I dealt with a man that was married, because I didn't know he was married. He's a liar. He's a manipulator. He is a predator. Um, so I wasn't saying it was my fault. Like for that, I was saying it was my fault because even once I found out, I could have just ran away, and I did, and I still dealt with him. And so I have to take some responsibility in what I'm currently experiencing. So I just wanted to say that as a disclaimer. The next one is, um, this is not something personal. Like, to be honest with you, this is a part of my healing journey. I am an influencer. I do create content online, and I am a inspirational person. And so once I experienced this, I'm like, you know what? I got to do something about this. I have to talk to people. I have to let the girlies know they're not alone. See if I am alone. Just just put it out there, because holding it in is really hard. Holding it in blames you. Holding it in makes you be in like turmoil. And I've had this happen to me several different times, as y'all see I'm explaining in the series. So I'm just like not holding it in anymore. I'm staying in prayer. I don't want y'all to think I'm not a believer of God. I'm definitely a believer of God. This is how everything got exposed for me. Now I am gonna do part 5 today as well. It's probably this evening. And I'm going to discuss more things that has happened in my life with the different men that I've dealt with, as far as being different type of predators. Now, if you guys don't know what predators are, go ahead and Google it for me. Predator and pedophile are two different things. Pedophile deals with specifically children. Predator has different things. You have a predator that can be financial. You have a manipulating predator. You have a corporate predator. You have a sexual predator that has nothing to do with children. Okay? So in my life of being out here dating, I've dealt with every single predator, I think, except the corporate one. Because I don't think I've ever had like a dude at work that was like, ugh. But I've dealt with a manipulator, and they're multiple, because the ones in my stories are all different ones, and some of them have more than one predator characteristic, and then some just have the one predator characteristic. But either way it goes, they all, you know what I mean, still go back to those definitions via Google for those who don't know. All right, jumping back into the commercial. Um, when people say something about like clout or chasing clout, baby, I've been in the game 15 years. I'm internationally known. I'm not saying I'm better than nobody. I'm saying no one knows you, and only your family or your friends or whoever. So when things happen to me, I am going to put it out for my fans to know, because that's who I am. I'm a genuine person. I've always been transparent. I've always been real as fuck. That's just been me. You know what I mean? So don't flatter yourself, people. I'm not here to clout chase. I am here to tell my testimony, and hopefully my testimony can help someone don't make the same mistakes that I repeatedly did. Um, so let's clear that up. Because, baby, ain't no way in hell I'm clout chasing nobody with 10 followers. There's no way in hell. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It's not 1 + 1 = 2. So anyways, no here or there. Y'all, I've been going through so much in this last month, just dealing with everything that I've been dealing with and waking up. Because, you know, when you're in love, that is, you're blinded. And so I'm no longer blinded. There's a lot of things that I'm noticing, not only just about the people that I've dealt with, but myself. And so this is what I'm doing. I'm basically talking about the choices that I've made, the things that men have taken me through, and how I don't want to go through that again. And just surprisingly, it's so many other women that go through the same thing, man. Shout out to these queens who really been through these things, and y'all still being able to uplift me and all of that. I'm talking about, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Another thing I want to address is that because this is a serious thing in our community, and I ain't gonna hold it. It's time to expose it. It's a serious thing in the community of humans, and especially the black community. Oh, what goes on in the home stays in the home. No. And this is why people grow up with childhood trauma. So for me personally, I wouldn't want my son, if my son was 30 years older than a woman, I wouldn't want my son dating her. I would say, son, that's manipulation. She don't know. You find somebody a little bit closer to your age, okay? That's me. Personally, as a daughter, a niece, a auntie, I wouldn't want any of my family members dating my friend, especially my father. I wouldn't want them dating them, having sex with them, anything. That's just me. Another thing is, us as women have to learn not to laugh at each other, because we all either made the mistake or going to make the mistake. So we have to learn as women not to laugh at each other. Because when you sit there and you say, aha, I knew about this and I knew about that, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. That actually gives predator. So wait, you knew a young woman was being manipulated and taken advantage of, and you're excited about it? So again, guys, thank you to all the women that are really reaching out, really doing a big one, sharing their stories, etc., etc. Part 5 is on D-Way.